So, about the objects in those satellite photos of Mars I asked David to look at, they look an awful lot to me like trees. Do you know if these are in fact trees?
The last one, certainly, yes. But that was
Um,
not very clear. Your space agency has much clearer pictures than those.
when you say the last picture, do you mean the one where you can see like the tree limbs and everything spreading out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're much clearer pictures. Those are really, it's almost like a joke that you're having those public images while they're much better ones anyway. Well, you have to guess what it could possibly be, but there are clear pictures of shrubs and trees. Their vegetation obviously is richer than Earth, but very clearly, not just some artificial guessing. Very clear pictures recording the right cyst of surface of Mars. That's clear that there's fauna and flora, again, not as rich as on Earth, but clearly visible.
What about the photo with the three what appear to be lakes? Are they bodies of actual water?
From what we perceive, yes, there's water in there. Air produced at a time there was more, but there are also currently regions where there are bigger lakes than those. But the simple answer is yes, those are bodies of water.
Is the water there liquid or frozen?
There it's liquid, for what we're perceiving. There are areas, however, where it's frozen, like the caps, the outermost caps.
Right. What about like those specific lakes in that picture? Like, are those frozen? Is that frozen water or is it liquid?
From what we perceive, they're liquid. They might have a frozen surface, however. Like your lakes in winter, however, if you consider this frozen, yes?
Right. Okay.
You might
Now,
break it if you step on them. You get the idea. Yes.
right. Some photos from near the South Pole show what look like forests with millions of scattered tree-like objects. Do you know if these are actually forests?
There are forests, yes. There are also certain beings on there of reptilian nature live in the region.
Yeah, I was planning on asking, like you had said before that animals still live on the surface of Mars. So do they like live in these forests or what?
Some do. Some also live on the ground. Some higher advanced beings live on the ground, what we're referring to. What we're referring for fauna, lower density beings, yes, live in those forests, yes, or around other plants, naturally, because there are symbiotic relationship, like with your flowers and your bees.
Right. Can you describe what these animals look like and how big they are? Are they reptilian?
Some of them are mammalian, some of them look like we're having to imagine vessels, might not sure how to express this properly. There are some beings on your world that might look somewhat similar, not sure if they're relatives, but they have a large snout, long, not like a trunk like an elephant, they're much smaller, but they have a long nose, perhaps you would call it that.
Like an anteater, maybe?
Yes, that's a good example. A little smaller than an anteater. They don't look exactly like an anteater, but they might remind you of such easily. Yes, their function is also different. They're not anteaters. They don't suck, but they would remind you of the looks. And there's more like a shell that's much stronger than an anteater, like a turtle perhaps, but it's more rounded. They're pretty common. They're what we perceive to some degree reptilian, but also mammalian, the crossbreed likely. They're in there. In the forest, for example, there are more pronounced errors.
How big are they?
Like your cats, perhaps.
So do they like climb the trees and live in the trees, kind of like monkeys?
Not like monkeys, but they can climb, yes. They also live in shrubs, they can climb on trees, but it's not like that's the natural habitat. They can do so, they sometimes do for a year of digestion, but they're also ground dwellers.
What do they eat? Do they eat like fruits that grow on the trees or something?
And small insects. And yes, there are also more intelligent reptilian insectoid beings on Mars surface as well. A lot of them live underground, however.
I see. Cool. Very interesting.